This is Climate News.
I'm Spencer.
I'm Garrett. And today we're going to be talking about the difference in climate and weather. The measure of time, weather, is what conditions of the atmosphere over short periods of time, and climate is how the atmosphere behaves over relatively long periods of time. Next, how is climate related to normal cycles of the Earth? For millions of years, the natural climate has escalated between warm periods and ice ages. The shifting in and out of warm periods and ice ages is correlated strongly with Milankovitch cycles. In order to know the difference between natural cycle and human-caused influence global warming, one needs to consider changes in radioactive forcing and how this affects systems on Earth such as atmosphere. Vegetation, ice, and snow, and ocean heat content overturn cycles and related effects. The current radioactive forcing levels are clearly outside of the natural range at this moment. And we're back. And today we're going to be talking about what are greenhouse gases and how do they affect Earth's temperature. Well, greenhouse gases and temperature. Greenhouse gases absorb some of the energy and trap it in the lower atmosphere. Lost heat radiates into space and Earth is warmer. Many greenhouse gases that occur naturally, carbon dioxide, methane, water vapor, and nitrous oxide are naturally present in the Earth's atmosphere. Next, we're going to talk about how does global climate change affect living things. With global warming on a rise and species and habitats decreasing, the chances for ecosystems adapting naturally are diminishing. Many different parts of ecosystems are being affected. It can impact the fish and other aquatic species. It can also change the chemical composition of water, therefore the amount of oxygen in the water may decline. Pollution and salinity levels to increase. More than 20% of world's freshwater fish have become extinct, endangered, or threatened. And we're back. Climate News. Garrett.
Dara. I'm here to talk about how oceans play an important role in the Earth's carbon cycle. The ocean absorbs carbon dioxide, and carbon dioxide reacts with seawater to create carbonic acid. Over the last few decades, the amount of carbon dioxide dissolved in the ocean has increased, and so has ocean's acidity. The ocean acidity increases the loss of coral reefs, reducing habitats for many sea creatures, and disrupts the food web. Over the past century, the global mean sea level has risen 4 to 8 inches. The burning of fossil fuels and other human activities has released immense amounts of heat-trapping gases. The rise in sea level is linked to 3 primary factors: thermal expansion, melting of glaciers and ice caps, and ice loss from Greenland and West Antarctica. The consequences of this is as seawater reaches further inland, it can cause destructive erosion, wetland flooding, aquifer and agricultural soil contamination, and loss of habitat for fish, birds, and plants. Deforestation in tropical rainforests adds more carbon dioxide to the atmosphere than the total of cars and trucks on the world's roads. 32 million acres of tropical rainforests were cut down each year between 2000 and 2009. Unless something changes, forest clearing will put another 2 billion tons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere in the coming decades. Fossil fuels provide most of the energy that supports human transportation, electricity production, heating and cooling of buildings, and industrial activity. Emissions increase by 3.4% each year, and the production of exports in developing countries is also an important factor in increased emissions.
And we're back. Climate News. Spencer's back here.
I'm gonna talk to y'all. So, the future of fossil fuel depends on energy use at the international source. If we choose to depend more on fossil fuels, our emissions will increase. But if we choose to renewable our sources, our emissions will not stabilize or increase or decline. A couple of solutions for climate change. First, we can forego fossil fuels, eliminate the burning of coal, oil, and eventually natural gas. So we can just run on electricity, I guess. Infrastructure upgrade. Investing in a new infrastructure or radically upgrading existing highways and transmissions. Lines would help greenhouse gas emissions and drive economy growth in developing countries. Move closer to work. Transportation is the second leading source of greenhouse gas emissions. Cut down on travel, stop cutting down trees, and last but not least, Unplug when not in use. Thanks for watching Climate News. We're out.